God, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back.
Matching hundreds. Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is Madden NFL Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Buffalo Bills. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Patriots come out led by the 4-time Super Bowl MVP and owner of a record 6 Super Bowl rings. Arguably the greatest to ever play the game, Tom Brady. And we keep asking the same questions every year. How much longer can he keep doing this? Is this the year the dynasty crumbles? And every year, Brady comes out and leads his team to the Super Bowl. They've been there now 3 years in a row, and only one team has made it 4. That's the Buffalo Bills. But remember, they lost all 4 in the early 90s. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
And the big story, of course, no Rob Gronkowski at tight end. Who's going to step up for the big-time playmaker? Who's going to give Tom Brady the security blanket that he used to have for big number 87?
On 2nd and 7, Brady. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 2nd down now, it's White. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's brought down by Micah Hyde. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
A first carry down for Rex Burkhead. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On first down, Brady. He's got Lacoste as tight end. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Running the toss here to White. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. White's numbers from a week ago. 21 carries, 120 yards even.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a...
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Benjamin Watson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here are the Bills now under third-year man Sean McDermott. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch there. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Mike Bennett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack. Allen, he'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now let's take a look here at the Bills' offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On the defensive side, here are the starters for New England. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get up.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs.
Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Brady deferring to White on the draw. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Allen now looks to throw toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. Open man is Kroom, the tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Throwing now is Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for John Brown. Incomplete.
That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Patriots take over. So here are the Patriots to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They start the drive with White. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for any. And he lost the football. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This is the 3rd-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Allen to throw it. This complete to Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on first.
At the 44-yard line.
On second down, it's Edwards. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. On third down, Allen. And the grab by Croft. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Easy work. It's easy work.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady, and his throw here's incomplete. N'Keal Harry, the rookie, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Allen now on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, but now it'll be 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Allen. Short throw hauled in by Croft.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Now it's Edwards. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. His throw incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. So the shotgun snap to Allen, and that's complete to Croft. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check.
This is Edwards. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run on first down. Edwards. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That is caught at the 7.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Allen. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass as they are now on the board here in the first half. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Hauschka with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Play is under
so
review.
We've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Multiple turnovers on the play. Eventually recovered by
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On 2nd and very short, Brady complete to Watson, the tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Brady gives to Michelle. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. On the draw, it's White.
the 47.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
It's a gain of 3. First down, New England.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Oliver makes the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. The 38.
On second down, Michel. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. New England on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Going on the ground, it's White. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. On 2nd and 7, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, it's Brady. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So now on 4th down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the patch 3. From the right hash, this from 33. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete. On play action, Allen. Then he finds Beasley, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a first down. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and it's third down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Now Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. On the draw is Edwards. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Allen from the gun, he'll throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now Allen to throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Brady now on 1st down. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Brady now on 1st down. Caught by the tight end, Watson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Brady again. Goes underneath here to White. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now a signal and a timeout called as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. To the air, Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Zay Jones. Incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. On second down, Michelle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. That's an excellent job. They forced a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From just shy of midfield, Allen got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run with Edwards. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Allen off the play fake. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always.
And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
To throw, it's Allen. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Michael Bennett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Allen now looks to throw, and the grab by Croft. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Allen now on 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Hausch get out to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Opting to run again here with White. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, here's White. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, that's the 2nd time they've gotten to Brady, and you've got to do it a variety of ways. You want your regular pressure. Sometimes you have to bring extra. But in this case, they got to him, and that just doesn't happen very often.
It's a rarity. He's just such a veteran. His pocket presence so good. But, hey, tip of the cap to the D. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Brady. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Nikhil Harris.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early, it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now, all of a sudden, the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always had the confidence. They just got their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Allen going to throw.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. From midfield, here's Allen. And that's complete to Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
To throw is Brady. This is White on the screen. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Brady. With James White, you know that he can catch the football. He was 3rd in the NFL amongst running backs last year with 87 catches. And as we've seen, sometimes they come in bunches. Super Bowl 51, he had 14 grabs, including the winning score. Last year in the divisional round versus the Chargers, 15 receptions for White. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Tom Brady needing a 4th quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the 4th quarter like they are now. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Kevin Johnson, former first-round pick there defensively. Brady will try again on 2nd down. And he rifles one incomplete. Dontrell Inman, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Brady, he gets it to Thomas. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down. Now Allen.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one complete to Smith. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that's caught by Beasley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Devin Singletary there. And now it's 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Now a run with Edwards. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Jamie Collins, formerly of the Browns, in on the tackle. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
To throw again on second down. Brady. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Brady. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield.
Holding.
Let's get the call. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. All right, Charles Davis, what do we make of these numbers and what's happened to the big tight end here?
Well, I think a lot of times we talk so much about adjustments and what you're going to do at halftime that maybe we miss what actually goes on, because the sense is that, oh, they go in at the half, they just change everything. That's not really true. A Super Bowl winning quarterback out of New York always used to say, you've worked all week on a game plan. There's a reason you have it. Just either play it better or make subtle tweaks to it. Otherwise, there's no sense even going.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Mike Bennett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got?
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for John Brown. Incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Brady to throw. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Brady with a hook up to the fellow veteran Watson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. On 1st down, Michel. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 now. Brady. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Benjamin Watson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw. Caught by Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. Well, the situation very simple here. Late game, down 7. They've got to get it in the end zone.
And the best players know how to be calm in these situations because you know right now his pulse is like a jackhammer.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And Oliver in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. And caught by Thomas for a Patriots touchdown. Demaryius Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Critical extra point up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right positions.
Defense.
Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground with White. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And yes, he got it. Gostkowski plays the role of hero as he punches it through. And it'll be a good time in the Back Bay tonight. The Patriots have won the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for New England, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.